Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will not take your time, I'm just gonna go straight in. So my model here today is a dark-skinned lady who's very beautiful, and I started by priming off her face with Rimmel Stay Matte Primer because of the weather, and her skin is not too oily but it's on the dry side. So I decided to use that moisturizing primer that is matte. It doesn't make your skin dry, but it's matte. So then I went into the eyebrows. I used the black eye pencil, but I used it very lightly, and then I started concealing under the eyebrows to make it clean, sharp. So here you use little product and you add as you go to your liking. So my baby was there. He was just there. But anyway, he's such a vibe. So we clean the lower part, and the upper part I'll use a foundation that is her skin shade. The reason why we use the light concealer, just a shade lighter than your skin complexion, is to make sure you highlight the eyebrows so that they look arched and highlighted. And on top we use the color foundation so that it blends in with your face without creating a halo eyebrow. And you make sure you blend it out so that it matches and blends with the skin. Now we go to foundation, and I was using the foundation for LA Girl. It's a hydrating foundation now, because remember her skin is not oily, it is on the dry side, and we used a good matte primer, so we can get away with using a hydrating foundation, and the color matched on point, and I really enjoyed how it was looking on her skin. And the coverage is also equally very good. So here I'm using a little bit lighter concealer because I really want to make her cheeks bright, but not too bright, but that's why I'm using very little. If I was using more of her skin shade, I would have used maybe a little bit more concealer, but I'm using a very light concealer because I don't want to over highlight nor under highlight under her cheekbones or her under eyes. So I also did at the corner of her face, the lower jawline. I also did that because she has almost an oval to sharp jawline, and I wanted to make sure I emphasize that point as well. So for the under eye, if you feel like it's still not doing what you want, you can always go in and add. And I like using a beauty blender, especially on dry skin, but for oily skin I like using a brush. It kind of blends better for oily skin, but for dry skin I tend to go with a beauty blender that I have already soaked in water and tapped out the excess water. So now I'm going to set her face, and this is just under the eyes. I just want to set everywhere so that it looks clean and it has that bright effect, and also for it to remain intact for a long time. Yes, and then I went to contour, mainly contour, but at the same time get her normal face shade also, because she's dark, so you will have to do a lot of blending with these dark powders. Always get something that matches. Never ever use something that you feel is brighter than a dark person's skin shade. You have to be very careful with the dark complexion. For the eyes, it was simple. I decided to do the eyes last because we had not yet decided what we wanted. I didn't know whether she wanted a bold look or a simple look, but this is the look we came up with. Dark skin usually look very nice with these bright colors like pink or nudes. They really look good on them, so that's what we went for. And the palette I'm using is from the Reina Beauty eyeshadow palette. It's a Kenyan brand, and I'm so in love with how Kenyan brands are stepping up and giving us quality products that we can use. So we went with a shimmery pinkish shade, but a little bit brighter so that you can make the eyes look bigger and brighter. She also kind of has almost hooded eyes, but there's more space. The eye space she has is quite enough for us to play around with a lot of, these colors. Then of course afterwards you need to clean the eye area so that any fallouts can be removed and that the application process looks clean and very, very, very beautiful and neat. At the end of the day, you don't want your person coming out looking like they were done for makeup by an amateur, so kindly be very neat. And for contouring, for dark skin people, I usually like this Radiant Beauty. I'm not sure if that's the name, but I think it's called Radiance Beauty, and they have one of the best dark shades that actually shows on dark skin, as you can see. So contouring is a very good step, as it makes the face come back to a natural, beautiful, like balanced out self, because your face naturally is not one color. You always have the highlights and the shadows. So contouring helps bring the shadows and structure, and it snatches the face also and gives you a more narrow, lifted, sculpted face. So I hope today you guys have learned something. This is how I like explaining my tutorials. If you feel I should change something, you can just tell me in the DMs, just there, the comment section. Kindly, your comments will really help. And then I decided to do some mascara on her eyes, as you can see. And then don't forget to subscribe, share your likes and your comments down in the comment section. I'll read all of them and I will answer them. So kindly support your girl. So now for the lips, I decided to go with a black liner, and I lined her lips because she has tiny lips, but I want to accentuate them and make them look a little bit bigger and more beautiful. So we'll go with an ombre. An ombre effect makes the lips look a little bit more pouty, and because they're so tiny, I would advise you to go with a brush to sculpt the lips so that you're very accurate and you make sure that you don't make mistakes. With makeup, it's better you take a longer time to do the makeup, but without mistakes, because mistakes just make everything so hard, because you'll have to keep correcting, and makeup that has been corrected does not have that perfect look, in my opinion. So I would rather take it slow but get exactly what I want. So for the ombre effect, I use the brush to help blending out, because a finger is not hygienic and you just want to make sure your customer is very relaxed, they're enjoying the experience. And yeah, at the end, you'll see she saw her makeup and she was so happy with it. And I feel like I did my best in portraying her character, her beauty. She looks really, really good. Tell me your opinion on how she looks. So now we're just doing the hair, because I just feel like you have to do something completely. You can't just do makeup and your hair is not looking on point. So I did a little bit of something. We had not planned for it, but I'm quick with my hands. I always have something up my sleeves. So we did her hair. It's natural hair, and I laid the edges. Edges really matter in natural hair. It's not a must to do, extreme, but it matters. So once it dries down, always go and touch up the hair. Like here, what I'm doing, I made a mistake. The mascara touched the skin, but never wipe it immediately. Wait for it to dry, then just scrape it off with the spoolie and it will come out nicely. Then you can retouch maybe with some setting powder and a nice small eyeshadow brush, because that is going to get the detail very clearly. And I also did some pink under her waterline after putting the kajal. And this is our finished look. I'm so happy. It looks so nice. So this is the before and after. And tell me guys what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll be reading your comments and tell me what you think of my beautiful model. See you in my next tutorial and have a lovely day. Mwah.